cleared for liftoff.
Good evening. We are live. Actually, we are not live. This show is being recorded because we had a little bit of technical difficulties as I am currently on the road, like always, and I will be on the road the next few weeks. So next week for the PGA Championship. Aronimic, definitely already excited for that, getting the juices flowing for major season. Who's your early PGA Championship pick? I think my early PGA Championship pick is a guy by the name of Robert McIntyre, who we kind of played this week, and he's not going that well, but I kind of like what he's doing. But we're here to talk about Quail Hollow. We're here to talk about Round 4 Showdown, strategy, and everything in between. I'm recording the show because the connection was laggy a little bit yesterday, and so there might not be too much screen share because I noticed when I screen shared yesterday, it would just make the lag even worse. So bear with me as I run through it, talk through it. If I have to pull up my screen, I will definitely pull up the screen. But so round 3, round 2, and just like the way this golf tournament is going around so far, it's been so weird. Like the weather has been delaying. Like obviously we had the delay on Thursday. The tee times were moved around today. So we haven't really had like a true parlay of common stats over the last few rounds of golf. So I think it's going to be a really interesting way to play round 4 showdown and a really unique way to get different. I think there's a lot of ways to get different just based off playing guys who are low owned, because like I just said, there hasn't been too much of a consistent, okay, we need this, this, and this to succeed around Quail Hollow. And it's not the exact Quail Hollow leaderboard that we would have always imagine. Obviously the Bombers are around, but like Sung Jae just popping up for a great start to the tournament. Tommy didn't look great in practice, hasn't been playing great, and he's not necessarily like the perfect Quail Hollow golfer. But we can see the Bombers are coming. The Bombers are coming. But one thing I wanted to say, to touch on with the weather so far, like the rain has softened it up enough where some of these iron play merchants are making their hay with the irons. Like they are really hitting it close from the fairway. If you have a good lie, you're able to put it in a good spot and then roll in a few putts. I think that is going to be the case going forward in round 4. The thing is, I as it dries up a little bit, like I said, like I said in rounds 1, 2, and pre-tournament, boots specifically, I really do believe that the drier it is, the easier the rough is going to play. And by obviously the drier the rough, the drier, the easier it's going to play. But like I said when I was out there, the ball sits up in this rough at such a weird rate. And like I even talked to the guys and they were like, yeah, this is like Houston, but a little bit more true. So I really think the cream is going to rise to the top in round 4 showdown. So I will pull it up. I will bring the weather up and show you guys what we are working with, but bear with me as the screen might like lag for a second. But here is the weather for round 4. It looks pretty much dead calm. This is peak weather to score in, whether when the course is not bone dry. I know it's been dry the last few months in Charlotte, not bone dry. You're going to be able to post a number at 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m. And you're going to be able to score even in the afternoon. And that makes us ask ourselves, do we want to go with golfers who are sitting inside the top 10, sitting inside the top 15, or do we want to go with a few more chasers like we did last week, like we did so well at Pebble Beach? That is what I think we're going to do. And also, as this tournament's been going on, we're seeing more of the normal Quail Hollow guys, like the Bombers, come into fruition. So I think stat-wise, and we're going to get to the stats and looking at to see what guys are doing good, what guys are doing bad to find some players. But stat-wise right now, I think we're going to look for, this will be the blueprint of things we're going to be looking for on like the slate plan and stuff like that. I do think the distance is going to come into fruition because we haven't really seen the Quail Hollow merchants there yet. They're not going to be hung out to dry. The Quail Hollow merchants are going to come. The Rorys, the Bombers, the Johnny Vegases of the world, stuff like that. So the distance, pair it with some approach play because you can definitely gain and separate on approach with the middle irons and long irons. We're seeing it already the last few rounds. And secondly, I do think guys from the top 20, from the top 25 are going to come chase and backdoor top 15. So I like that spot with what we are working with. And then also don't like use the tools, which I'll get to. Ownership. I really think with this weird weather, with the way that the tournament's going out so far, with like I said, we don't have so much of consistent day 1, day 2, day 3 parlay of information. Fade the chalk because the data isn't perfect right now because of the delays, because of the wonkiness of the event, and that's like the Thursday round was so weird. Like there wasn't enough for me to pull from, so I was like, I'm just gonna do a bigger one, round 2, talk about the weekend, and here we are in round 4. So fade the chalk. I usually never say fade the chalk. Like I think playing chalk is fine, but I think tomorrow fading those chalky golfers is going to be really solid. And then go with guys outside of the top 10, 15, because you can surely post a number in these conditions. Let's talk about some contest selection for round 4. I love these small contest $100 single entries. If you can get in early, definitely do that. But I'm not sure if they're going to be up later. But definitely check for the $100 small contest because I love the payout structures there. But at the end of the day, this is my favorite contest for Showdown. Usually it happens in round 4, but it's there sometimes. This $250 for max. I think this is such a great contest for like a high ceiling. Obviously, this isn't the greatest payout structure in the world, but only 177 people are entering this contest. And not everyone's going to enter in $1,000. If you want to turn $1,000 into $10,000, you only have to beat 172 other people. It can surely be done. And if you are entering 4 lineups, not everyone is going to do that. So there will surely be some overlay in this contest. So the $250 4 max is definitely a contest that I really like for tomorrow. Let's look at some of the tools. The projections will be up. The Showdown slate plan, the Stone, it will all be up. Even the spike report. We have so much stuff on this site, and you can get it all for free. I'm not going to go show the code because I don't want the screen to lag out. But use code BOOTS. You can get the entire slate plan, projections, the Stone, every single thing for free by going all access, single sport, logging in whatever package you want. And I'll tell you guys right now, you get it. You get the Boots for free because we will have boots on the ground for Aronimic. Code BOOTS, week free trial. You will not leave once you join because between the content, between the projections, between the optimizer, between the Stone, the slate plans, there's so much content on this site that you will be able to pick and choose 2 names out of the hat from each one, using your brain, using the knowledge to build a player pool. Once you have that player pool, bang, SaberSim, optimizer, put it in, build your lineups. It's not rocket science, truly not rocket science. And I wasn't the greatest DFS player in the world. I'm not the greatest DFS player in the world. This SaberSim optimizer has helped me so much. So use code BOOTS to get it all for free right now. Now, let's look at some of the stats, look at some of the golfers that we want to touch on for round 4 and pair these things. Approach, distance, and making some hay from coming back at any single spot. So I already know the one golfer that I am on. Nikolai Horgaard is playing not the one golfer that I'm going to be on at the end of the show. I love what Nikolai Horgaard is doing in terms of stats. He's getting strokes across the board, and we know he's very long off the tee. So Nikolai Horgaard is one golfer that definitely fits the bill of a distance guy with that spike approach. He's not hitting the ball too great on approach, but he definitely has a lot of room to grow in terms of approach. Who else do we want to touch on? Kurt Kitayama. He's doing everything okay except for putting. He's not putting so badly where I'm thinking Kurt can't spike for one round with the flat stick at all. I really like his price and his ceiling. I loved what I saw from him on Tuesday afternoon. I think this is a perfect spot for our guy that I love to hate on, Sudarshan Yelamaraju. When the light is on him, he cannot bear down and make it happen. But he's not nearly close enough, not going to be playing with the biggest names in the world and have the lights on him on Sunday afternoon. He's going to have to come from behind, and he's proven to be able to do that. Can he finish T8 after coming from where he's coming from? For sure. And that's where I like him the best. He's hitting it long. He's just not putting well. But just like Kurt, not putting too poorly. Gary Woodland's going to be a popular round 4 play, but he's someone that I definitely want to fade. Like he's hitting the ball really well. And that's exactly what I saw in the Tuesday practice round. But he's putting so bad. And Gary Woodland is not a putter that I want to chase by any means, because we know how bad he can get with the flat stick. Same thing with Andrew Novak. Andrew Novak is hitting the ball really well and putting horrifically. The thing with him is when he puts bad for a while. Like, he'll have weeks where he'll put up like -8 strokes on the green. So I don't want to chase that Andrew Novak putter at all. Some more names that I want to touch on. A bad putter that I will want to maybe play or touch on is Matt Fitzpatrick. And like I said, the cream is going to rise to the top. Matt Fitzpatrick is playing as well as anybody in the world right now. He's putting poorly, but he had his time off. I think he's going to bounce back on the greens, and he's just too good of a putter, too good of a player right now to be left out. So there's definitely a few more names I want to touch on before I give you the player that I am on. I really love what Patrick Rodgers is still doing. We liked him early in the week. He's just chipping badly. He's definitely long off the tee. He's gaining strokes on approach, which is not that normal for Patrick Rodgers. So when Patrick Rodgers gains strokes on approach, that's when you kind of like his style. So these distance guys, even Harris English, like he's toward the top, but even Harris English is doing everything well. We love him on a golf course that rewards this style of golf. So when you go short, use the distance and find guys who have the distance and approach and aren't glaringly doing anything bad on and around the greens. Find some guys who are around the greens, even with the putter, who have that room to spike while pairing it with their already solid distance, already decent approach. So before I get to the one golfer I'm on, there's like one more guy I do want to touch on who may not be the biggest distance guy in the world, and that's Sepp Straka, because he's doing what he should do well. He's hitting fairways and he's separating with his irons. That is the way that Sepp Straka needs to do his thing. That is what makes him a winner. The defending Truist Championship champion, if one could say. So Sepp Straka is doing what he needs to do well, and he's not that entire distance plus approach build right now. So the one golfer that I am on for tomorrow, before we settle it up and before you guys check out the slate plan, is a golfer that I'm high on, a golfer that I've been on before, and a golfer that you guys may like sometimes. And sometimes you get like pissed at him. Screen is shared. His name is Ludwig Aubert. Ludwig is hitting the ball very, very well today. We know he's very long, and he's just putting poorly. These high-end players, when they do putt poorly, I don't mind them bouncing back at all. Like, I don't want to chase like these Andrew Novaks and bad putters. Ludwig is not the greatest putter in the world. He's streaky, but when he gets going, we know he could putt really, really well. So Ludwig Aubert is the one golfer that I am on. I think this is a great course fit for him. Obviously, I think the conditions are going to be perfect for him to have that backdoor, whether it's a damn backdoor win or it's a backdoor T3. I love what we are fitting for Ludwig Aubert in round 4 showdown. So he is the one golfer that I am on. As always, check out the playlist. The song of the day for today is The End by Bill Murray, an absolute cranker. Go check it out. I think you guys will enjoy that one. And any questions, go check out the slate plan. You guys know where to find me, and I'll be back soon enough in Philadelphia. I'll be somewhere in Philadelphia doing the First Look show and then the Boots on the Ground show. So use that code BOOTS, get it all for free. And as always, let's ship it. Catch you guys soon. Peace out.